Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm planning with this Letters to Apollo kit camp. Here's the deco. I got 2 sheets and I got the trims as well, washi in trims, like both the thick and thin washi, which is really cool. This kit is in rose gold foil. It's a camping theme kit, obviously, and it's definitely like a light blue, seafoam green, but also kind of nude pink themed kit. Really cute. I love the washi options here, and I also got the journal deco so that I can like do something cool with the sidebar. So that is super exciting. Let's get into it. I missed uploading my video last week because I truly ran out of time to do the voiceover, and I didn't want to rush and like put up a crappy one or a not good one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save it for this week and hopefully get out 2 if I can manage 2 plan with me's. So what has been going on? Last week I was on vacation and I went to this place up, it's like north of me in the Tamales Bay, if you all know where that is in Northern California. And it's called Inverness, and it was just really peaceful. I go there to just chill, be with nature, like relax. Yeah, there's a little cabin up there that we like to go to, and we just read, we went hiking, there were a couple little beaches there, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. At night, you could hear the ocean lapping. Because the ocean is the bay. That's not really true. I mean, I guess all water kind of flows in and out of the ocean, you could say, I guess. I don't know. But the water from the Tamales Bay, you could hear, so you could hear the waves at night, is what I would say. So it's like those, if you ever listen to those things on Apple Music where you can like listen to ocean sounds, it was like that, but in real life. We were the only ones there. So I think there's 4 cabins that are next to each other. We were the only ones. So yeah, it was really quiet and peaceful. And we only went there for a couple of days. It's within driving distance for us. It's like 2.5 hours drive, and it's just always so worth it. So that was fun. Yeah, so I enjoyed my time away. I did that thing where it was Labor Day weekend. So I guess this is not last week proper, but maybe the week after last. The week I was supposed to get this video out, it was last week then. I came back on a Friday so that my vacation time from work would just like I wouldn't come back on Monday and be slammed with everything and also have to do meetings. I feel like Friday is a little bit of a soft landing when you're coming back from vacation. So it's like, Monday you're gonna have stuff to do more likely than not. But Friday is like people are trickling out. It's a light meeting day. Where I work has no meeting Friday, which we've interpreted as no standing meetings. That means you can still have one-off meetings. But it's usually like a lighter day where you can really just kind of do some heads down work and you don't have a lot of meetings. Meetings are the thing that takes up the majority of time for me, and like, it's part of my job, obviously, as a manager, but it keeps me from doing any hands-on work I need to do. So if I need to give feedback on something or look at a document or something, obviously I can't when I'm in a meeting. So it gave me a chance to catch up before diving in on Monday, and doing work. A couple of people asked me about if I have any possum updates. I don't. Crafticland asked me about that. I don't have any possum updates. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. And, I'm fine with that. I am so fine. I've been worried that we're going to see them because, unfortunately, we've had a lot more trash for some reason. I don't know what it is, but it's like it'll get to be trash day, and I'll go and put the trash out, and our trash is already full. In the way that our like bins are set up, our trash bin is the smallest bin. The recycling bin is huge. The compost bin is huge. the trash bin is like the smallest one and the narrowest one. So not only is it like the shortest one, I think it's shorter than the other two, but it's definitely the most narrow. So it's really like you can put maybe one bag in there, one and a half's worth of regular normal garbage bag in there. So if we have 2 bags of garbage, like it's gonna stick out. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to throw this trash away. The trash bag is sticking out kind of at the top. One, are we gonna get a ticket? Because I have heard that happens. Like the trash people are like, if they try to dump your trash in the truck and it gets it falls down because it's like been improperly packed or there's too much, I've heard you can get a ticket. And is it a possum gonna get at it? Because this is prime, like if I'm a possum and there's like food in the open, you know, I'm gonna go after it. And not just possums, again, raccoons, squirrels. It's funny, since moving to California, I feel like I have not seen a raccoon in like a domestic situation. Like I have not seen a raccoon in the way I used to see them in New York when I was growing up, just like chilling, hanging out at night around bins. I see them when I'm out like in nature or in, you know, as roadkill on the road, which is not nice to think about. But it's like I don't see them running around in the same way that like we used to have to clamp our trash cans in New York because the raccoons would like pry them off with their little grubby fingers. So yeah, no possum updates, thank goodness. Yeah, I hope they don't come by. And you know, we're proceeding as normal with the DoorDash. So yeah, maybe we're tempting fate. I'll see. I don't know. Let's see if we're okay. I hope we're okay. It's mid-September already, and yeah, I just want it to cool down. I just want it to cool down. That's all. And when I say cool, you know, again, I'm in California. I'm talking like I would take a high 60s, low 70s as the high. Like, I'm ready for fall. It's time, okay? We've done summer, we've done it. It was hot. I've suffered through it. Can I get some cold temperatures? Like, or cool. To me, there's nothing like a crisp fall morning, like just having a warm coffee and taking a walk in a crisp fall morning. Like, that is just one of life's simple pleasures for me. So, yeah, weather, can you make this happen? Like, geez. Oh yeah, I want to comment on this too before I talk about anything else. So this sheet is upside down. How did I do this? I don't know. And you know, I started off as a coil girly and have switched into, I'm kind of alternating between both right now, but have largely tried out binder planning. And so with binder planning, it's like I mess up the sheet orientation so much, and I just don't yet know like what is driving that. So if you look at this, like I feel like I have to put a little tick mark to say what's the top and what's the bottom. I flipped this so that what I'm putting the header, this is actually the bottom of the sheet. It's supposed to be like it's upside down. And so truthfully, you know, I'm sitting there going, this does not look like the same distance as it did on the previous sheet. Like, I'm like, what is up with that? And so I'm kind of wiggling the washi around. I'm like, I really don't have a lot of space. I thought this while I'm doing this. And you know, I just ignored this feeling. I just was like, oh, girl, you're tripping. Like, just keep going. And then I went to clip this in my binder with the other sheet, and I was like, what? This is upside down. And obviously I planned the whole thing, so I can't pull it up, and nor am I going to, but now my weeks are messed up because this is like flipped on the wrong side. So yeah, I might just honestly, you know what I might do? I might just flip it upside down, and it's just going to be like that messed up week of my planner. And so then I can use the back on the right side. But yeah, I messed that up, and I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm going to need to mark somehow and then white over it. Like, this is the top, this is the bottom, because this happens to me all the time. And yeah, I just can't get the orientation right for some reason. So yeah, but what was I talking about? Oh, fall weather. Yeah, I'm ready for fall weather. my siblings and I are planning a family vacation right now, and yeah, we're thinking of things to do. I feel like when you're in a big group with your family and there's babies, we've got, a 2-year old and well, I guess it'll be, what, 6 months? 8 months? Um, it's like hard to find activities that will be fun for them and also fun for everybody else. And so like we're just, trying to find a mix of like kid-friendly activities, but also things that are fun. And yeah, I mean, family vacations, it's a lesson in compromise. Let's say that. When we were kids, we went on this family vacation to Busch Gardens, and I had a lot of fun. I remember it being fun. It was a little stressful. I don't remember if we drove or we took a Greyhound bus. One of those. But we drove, I think. Nah, I think we took the bus. And I remember Busch Gardens feeling so like olden timey to me, like very quaint. And so that was part of the exciting thing about it. I got a book, like a book to write in, and some ink. Even back then, I don't know how old I was. I was a kid. Definitely interested in stationery and fine inks and that kind of thing. But yeah, it just felt like the book was so pretty. It had such pretty like printing on the front, and everybody was like dressed up and kind of not cosplaying exactly, but just pretending to be, I guess, 18th century settlers in Virginia. So there's different parts of Busch Gardens. It's kind of like Disney World or Land, where there's like different parks. But there's a part in there that I think is like olden time and was really nice. So we should do that again. That was fun. I think the kids would have fun with that. It's not as fun as like a Legoland for kids. And of course the baby is just going to be there, but yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I'm just powering through, until the end of September. And yeah, just trying to, do lots of self-care, do lots of stepping away from things when I need a break. It's, I've talked about this a lot and I'm talking about it again, but it's very difficult for me to often give myself permission to do whatever I want to do. That might sound crazy to some people. It definitely sounds crazy to my partner. And he's very good about this. But, it's hard for me, just, I guess, having grown up with like, you must do this and you need to make sure that your grades are in order and you go to the really good school and you make a lot of money and you have a good job, and you succeed and you achieve and you get degrees and you like the focus on success. I've gotten really practiced in like, whatever I want to do, I need to put that aside for like the greater good. The greater good being like, I need to finish this project. I need to make sure I'm doing what I can to like get ahead at work. I need to be the absolute best manager ever. And it's exhausting, It's exhausting not doing what you feel like doing. And it's exhausting being in that kind of like constant state of self-denial. So I've been practicing, listening to my body, listening to, my feelings and saying, what do I really feel like doing right now? If it's sleeping, I'm going to sleep. If it's watching TV, mindless TV, looking at you Family Guy, I'm going to do that. If it's, reading, I'm going to do that. But I'm going to do, what I really feel like doing without feeling guilty about it. I also feel, there's like a weird feeling of being lazy whenever I don't want to do stuff. And truthfully, like I am so overscheduled during the week. Again, this is another thing I've spoken about, but I go to the gym. I volunteer, with a nonprofit. I'm on the board of a nonprofit. I, also do a lot of like tech, volunteering. So like stuff regarding product inclusion and product equity and all of that. Like I participate in that. And so during the week, it's like, go, 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 go. So when the weekend comes, I don't want to move a muscle. I just want to chill. So I feel, but there's a little voice in my head that's like, oh my God, you're being so lazy. You slept in past 10, you know, or you took a nap after lunch, like you're being so lazy. And I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. So yeah, really focusing on like listening to my body and yeah, just self care. I was lifting weights the other day and have gotten hurt, which is really distressing. I do kind of your kind of core bodybuilding lifts. I don't know if folks weightlift or are familiar with that world, but I do squats, I do deadlifts, I do all the kind of normal lifts that you hear about people doing in the gym. And I was lifting earlier this week, and I went to stand up. I was carrying the weight, and I heard my back pop, like I heard a pop, and I immediately drop it. And of course, I'm feeling pain, and I'm just like, oh no. So, I have a bit of a nervous laugh, like that's a little bit of a tick. And I started laughing, and I'm like, hey, that didn't feel good. I was like, I think I hurt my back, to my trainer. And he's looking at me, and, I think he's sort of seeing me giggle a little bit, not really knowing how bad it is. And I'm like, my back kills. I stopped laughing, and I'm like, my back kills. And I'm like, can I sit down? And, or I think I said, I'm going to sit down. I sat down, and then I was like, I got to lay down. And I laid down on the floor of the gym. And yeah, it was just like radiating waves of pain. And I've never gotten hurt like that before. I've hurt my back before. And I don't know if it was necessarily gym related, but honestly, I think it's low key just aging. Like, I've hurt my back getting out of the car too fast. And I'm like, ouch, and it's one of those things where it like twinges and it goes away. But this time it was just like the pain was just rolling in these waves. And it wasn't just my back. It's like the back of my leg started to hurt. And it was really, really intense, And so I'm like, yeah, I think we may want to focus on upper body. And my trainer's like, I think you're done for today. Like, I don't think you should do anything. I think, we should call it. And he said, do you want to try some stretches? And I'm like, I can't even move to stretch. So I like limp out of there, get in my car, and getting in and out of my car is like agony. And I come in, I'm coming back really early from my gym session. So I come in and I just flop down on the couch and I text my partner and I'm like, I hurt myself at the gym. I really need help. And so I hear him come running. And I'm just laid out, and he's like, what happened? And I tell him what happened. And I didn't realize this, but he started to Google stuff. I thought he was just playing on his phone. I'm like, dude, I'm in agony here. And you're just like, and he's like, okay, based on what the internet says, I think we should start with ice. And I was like, oh, you were looking stuff up? I'm just like writhing in pain on the couch. Anyway, it was really bad that night. It got to the point where like my kneecaps were hurting. Like my entire lower body was just like, hurt, pain. And I'm sharing this story because it was a reminder to me that like, you really gotta rest, man. Like, you really gotta rest, like if you don't rest, like things are gonna happen to force you down, basically. And I'm not saying that I hurt myself in the gym because I hadn't rested, but it's like this getting hurt has forced me to slow down. I can't do housework. I have a doctor's appointment next week, so I am going to go and get it checked out. But like, I just can't move around really, I'm taking these tiny baby steps. I'm limping. And so I've been in this forced laziness in a way. And I'm like, it's not lazy, now because you're hurt. But it's like, is it lazy, during the week when you're not, physically injured, when you want to relax? Like, you are just as like worn out and possibly sprained or strained, just mentally. So, yep, that's me on my self-care stuff again. But yeah, I think I'll be fine. It's gotten better than the first day. And like I said, I have a doctor's appointment soon, so I'm going to get it checked out. But yeah, it was just like, I'm going to be immobile for this weekend because there's just no way that I can even, I can do very much. I just gotta rest. So yeah, everybody rest. Be safe when weightlifting, and you know, yeah, age comes for us all, unfortunately. She said in her early 30s. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. We're coming to the end of the spread. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Ping me on Instagram if you have any questions about the stickers or anything like that. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.